Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Twisted Truths. Today, I have with me actor, dancer, a theater artist, and extremely fit Devlina.
Thank you. I love all the adjectives already. So you made my day.
Absolutely. And been a lot of research behind that.
I could feel that.
No, but one look at your Instagram account,
Yeah.
and it kinds of, shouts out loud all the things I mentioned and more. So,
Yeah, hopefully it does.
no,
Yes.
it absolutely does. So before, first topic would be
Yeah.
your fitness journey, because
Yeah.
most of your Instagram
yes.
is all about,
So yeah,
gym
people
posts, vagera,
even
vagera.
DM me that I get like, see, I'm getting tired just seeing your post. Like that's rude, but yeah. So I was very fat as a kid, as in young adult, till my college, and 2 years after that, I was like really fat. Not a fat Bangla, healthy
Right.
a girl, but I was also always a dancer and I was fit and flexible, but I wanted to see how I look as a slim and trim and what you call those zero figure,
Right.
because that was a trend at that
At that
time.
point of time,
Yes.
yes.
So I also wanted to be in this profession as an actor, for which I could figure that I need to be fit at least.
Right.
And so the journey started basically because I wanted to lose weight.
Okay.
But then after it became a passion for me. Because I lost the extra kilos that I had. I understood how to what to eat, how to work out, what was good for my body. But what I realized is that I love working out, and since then I started off with gymming, but during lockdown I learned how to cycle,
Right.
and I've cycled 100 kilometers after that in a single go.
Wow.
Yeah. I've done marathons now.
That's quite a flex.
Oh
So
yes,
you're
it
flexing.
is. It's a mental high. I've done marathons after that. I've trained myself in different kinds of workouts. Next one on the plan is horse riding.
Okay.
So I realized I do this because I like it and not just to be thin.
Right.
Fitness, I think for me is it's a lifestyle.
So when you started your journey, when you decided that you want to look a certain way,
Yeah.
was it like I want to look a certain way, or initially was it I want to get fit? पहले क्या था?
To look a certain way, to be very honest.
Right.
Yeah, because no matter what, we all want to look good.
Absolutely.
Just for ourselves.
Absolutely.
I don't mean for anybody else,
Correct.
but just for ourselves,
Yes.
just to look in the mirror, just to see ourselves in a particular cloth. If I'm being brutally honest, just to look very good and to be in a certain way. And then I understood that looking good is a secondary part. Being fit is primarily important and for everyone.
Right. So when you decided that you want to look good, so this was perhaps in 2015, 2016, around that time.
Absolutely, yes.
So was it because you were sure that I want to get into that industry, and whether good or bad, we'll come to that later, this is what the industry demands? Or was it like, I don't care whether I be in the industry, I want to look this way?
The second one.
Okay.
That even if I don't make it in the industry, or maybe if I choose, because I was not very sure that I want to be in the industry like hardcore.
Okay.
So I just wanted to try out acting. But I just wanted to look this way no matter what. Maybe if I would have been a regular office goer, I would have wished to look the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how did the first break happen? How did you? I would rephrase my question. How
Yeah.
did you first decide कि कुछ करते हैं या कुछ try करते हैं, and उसके बाद पहला break कैसे?
So I was always a dancer since like very young age. Since the age of 3, I started dancing, and I was a regular stage performer before I got into professional acting. So, and people used to say that I have really good expressions. So that is from where I got the notion maybe I can act. but I didn't know that acting was completely a different ball game, because expressions is of course one part, but dialogue delivery and other stuff that we have to, if it's a theater, your positioning of your places, if it's camera for films, it's like you have to take the light, you have to see the camera, but you don't have to see the camera, you have to, so it's managing a lot of things. But initially the thing was, since I was a dancer and people said I was good in expressions, I thought maybe this was for me. And luckily Shiva Prasad Mukherjee and Nandita Di, the famous duo directors, their office was in my neighborhood.
Achha.
So they had, of course, they knew my father, and they had invited me to a success party or something that was happening with one of the films, and I'd gone there and I had expressed my wish that I want to be an actor, and that is how I got my first break in Prakton.
Okay.
But I did a very small role. I did Prosenjit Chatterjee's sister, and that was the first break or the first work that I did in the industry.
Right, and then after that, there's so many.
But then I've gradually.
I really liked your work in Hami. That I really.
Thank
I
you.
think that was the first time I saw you on screen.
Okay,
So, also, I'll give you a bit of fun fact, I think, which you're not aware of.
Yeah.
So, like our parent company,
Yeah.
David and Goliath, you've
Yeah.
also worked for
I've
one film.
I know.
So I think that fact you're not aware of.
I didn't.
Or did you realize when you were here once?
I realized once I was here seeing the name of the this thing. Yeah.
So that did well in the film festival circuit.
Because it was a very offbeat, if you
and a
say,
very sensitive topic.
Extremely sensitive
Yes,
topic.
yes.
And the way it was made by Rajosh Shida, and I've
Yes.
done almost 5 films with him. He's a very sensitive director. Also, the topic was very very apt for that time. Still it is today. So it was a very good experience working for me in that film. Yes.
So what are the perks of being a daughter of a politician?
Should
We'll come to the downside too, but pehle perks. And you have to be honest. Okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So people are afraid of you generally.
Okay.
Even if I don't intimidate you,
Right.
but you'll think I'll do something to you. Maybe if you, behave badly, or just say maybe say no to me.
Okay.
But we are generally not like, I am generally not like that. I try and be nice to people, and I'm generally a kind-hearted person. But yes, it's a notion that people have. But that's a good thing in a way, because people are scared of you. So in this industry, if we believe the rumors, then it's a good way to be safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that definitely is a big perk.
Yeah, and of course, because you're a daughter of a well-known person, be that a politician or a yesteryear celebrity, people get to know you automatically.
Or from any field in particular.
Yes, yeah. Maybe a cricketer's daughter or a footballer's daughter.
Absolutely.
If that person is well-known, you people know you in general.
Absolutely.
Because you attend parties, people come to your house.
Yeah,
so
you socialize.
Yeah, so the networking is already a little bit there.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the downside?
So people think, so that's the easier part of your question. People think that you get everything because of that advantage that you have. Because he's a politician, he's referring me everywhere, maybe. And but it's really not the case, because then I would not have started a film with a small role.
True that.
I would have done a full-fledged heroine role, which I have not. Like, I have done 1 or 2, but then all my films would have spoken me as a leading heroine. But that didn't happen, because it doesn't happen like that. Maybe people can choose you for a particular film or 2, but after that you have to work, and you have to show the director or the producers that you know your job a little bit, at least.
So एक question मेरे दिमाग में just आया. So suppose ये जो phrase है, तू जानता नहीं मेरा बाप कौन है. How many times have you used that? If you say you have not used it once, I will not believe you.
No, I have. Of course.
So ये किस stage में use किया, तू जानता नहीं है मेरा बाप कौन है.
So
Because literally तुम्हारे पे ये चलता है. ठीक है?
So these days you can't use it on police because social media is everywhere.
Correct, हाँ.
So I'm so very scared कि people are always there with their cameras or mobiles. So I'm very overconscious.
Okay.
Otherwise, if this would not have been the age of social media, I would have used it much more. But in friend circles and maybe when people are jokingly, trying to prick you. So then I also say this in a joking manner. You don't know who my father is.
तो कभी ऐसा रास्ते में कोई इंसिडेंट हुआ हो, कुछ एक झमेला या कुछ भी?
I'm not a very jhamela kind of person. I try and avoid. But I don't remember, but that's what I'm saying. कि अगर ये social media नहीं होता,
तब तो शायद ज़्यादा
I would have,
होते.
I would have not been so conscious. So I'm very conscious.
So how does a usual...
And it actually doesn't, come to use also, because I'll just give you an example.
please, हाँ.
So suppose we are drinking in a friends group.
Correct.
I always have my driver.
Right.
Yeah. But suppose some of my friends are drinking and they don't have a driver.
Right.
So they tell me, so I'll call you up. I said, don't call me because I can't tell this to my dad that
Yes.
मुझे bail करवा दो because I'm your daughter. Then he'll tell the police, keep her in the jail for the whole night.
Right.
So this is not happening, boss. This is not happening.
So was he always a very strict dad? How was your growing up years?
He's not at all strict. He's very scared of me.
Oh.
My mom is a stricter one, and because of her, the whole household is in place. So I'm a single child,
Right.
so I'm a very, very pampered daughter of my father. But at the same time, yes, we have very middle class values and ethics, which I think have helped me in shaping myself up. And I still am very grounded and rooted, and I think it is because of my family. Yes.
ये जो grounded rooted ये आप खुद का तारीफ खुद ही कर रहे हो?
हाँ. Because I really want to be a little थोड़ा attitude hoity-toity types, and have like managers and bouncers around, but I just can't.
So do you have a manager?
No.
Oh, you don't have a manager?
No.
Oh, that's
because then I have to manage him also, no? I've tried it, so it doesn't work for me.
Right.
It's better off to do it on my own.
So what does a usual day in your life look like when you're not working?
When I'm not working.
Yeah, working तो I know सारा time काम मैं क्या ही पूछूं. When you're not working.
I try and work every day because other than being an actor, I'm a guest lecturer at a university.
Yes.
And I have a dance academy of my own. So generally I try and use the days. But if I'm not working, workout is always on the list. So getting up, having a coffee, and after the workout, having no time constraint. So that is the best part of that day, that I can work out 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And then maybe come back home, have lunch, watch TV. And in the evening, I have to go out, like just maybe for a walk. I can't stay at home.
Home the whole day.
Yeah. I am a very... on my toes kind of a person. I have to be busy doing something or the other. So I generally figure out how to be busy the whole day.
Right. So when you work out, okay,
Yeah.
so does your workout schedule do you work out every day?
Yeah, 7 days a week.
7 days a week?
Sometimes twice a day. So people call me, I'm a little crazy.
So कभी fatigue नहीं लगता?
No, if I don't work out for a day, no, then I feel so... I'm angry on everybody.
Right.
So the day I miss a workout, which happens at times because maybe the work schedule doesn't support, I can't work out at 5. I try and go to the gym by 6:30.
In the morning.
Yeah, because I want to finish it before work every day.
Easy.
But if the call time is at 6, then I can't make it at 5. No, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So those days I'm a little, chit-chira types, which I don't like. And my family is also like, go and do your workout. But for me, not working out actually makes me a little more tired.
So anybody who's say starting out on their fitness journey, and I think you are the right person to say this. Do you think it's okay to work out 7 days a week?
No, I would suggest 6 days a week and 1 day rest day. So what I also do is I treat it like a active rest day. So I do swim or maybe I generally don't do yoga, but Pilates, which is a little slower but little relaxing, but I'm at least moving my body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 6 days a week, 5 to 6, you should. Because consistency is the key. People say thrice to like 4 times a week. I think for the people who are starting off, it should be 6 days because it should be like a habit, and then you will be very regular.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're an actor, you have your own dance school,
Yeah.
and you're a professor too, you're a guest lecturer.
Yeah.
So if I have to ask you, to rate in terms of, it's
Yeah.
very difficult, I understand, but if you have to rate on 10, which one is more close to your heart? Which one do you like doing more?
I love teaching because I have been teaching really young people when I was very young. I have started teaching people not professionally, but just para kids what happens since I was 12 or 13. So I've realized teaching is something which I really like because the college that I teach in is really far up from my house. It's in BT Road.
What's the name of the college?
It's Rabindra Bharati University.
Achha, okay.
So
That's your college to remember.
that's my
Yes,
master's
master's,
and
yes,
PhD.
yes,
Yes, I've done my stuff from there. So it's like about an 1 hour, 30 minutes journey from my house, and it's almost twice a week. So it's a little time consuming because maybe we just have to take, since I am a guest lecturer, maybe 2 classes a day. So just going for 2 hours, but actually traveling for 3 hours doesn't make any sense. But I've realized that I like it, and I really like it to the point that I've at times have thought maybe I will not continue it. But I have always, like, I've been teaching in that college since 6 years now, just after I post graduated. So I think teaching students is the best part.
And as we were talking before we started the rolling,
Yeah.
that you are from St.
Oh,
Xavier's
yes,
and I am
yes,
from St.
we are
Xavier's too.
Xaverians, yes.
Absolutely. So, being Xaverians, I think that automatically, gives that sense of unity and
Ah, yeah.
oneness and all
Yes.
of that. So how
With
was
with
your-
those car stickers behind the
Do you
cars.
have one?
No, I don't.
Even I don't
Yeah,
have
okay.
one. वो थोड़ा सा जो लगाते हैं उनको मैं judge करने लगता
But
हूँ.
no, but you can feel it. One Xaverian must be in that car.
Yeah, absolutely. So how was your college days?
I think those were the best days of my college. And even when I was coming for this interview today, I just passed college
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yes.
oh, should I go inside once? But it doesn't happen. But I think those 3 years for me were the best. Like, since our college is located in such a place, Park Street being the area, and I had some lovely friends with Zavotsav and all the fest. I was a very, very active student who's always dancing, actually.
Right.
Not attending classes, but in Xavier's you can't do that. But managing classes.
Yeah.
And I remember before the fest, I was in college almost till 8:30 or 9 in the evening. So those are memories which I've made in the green benches and the roll from the delights. So
Yes.
it was a lovely time. It was the best time of my life till date.
Yeah, I think for anybody who's a student right now, like whenever I get a chance, I tell them कि
Yeah.
कुछ भी हो जाए college मत miss करो.
Exactly,
Because-
those days are not going to
नहीं,
come
it
back.
will never
yeah,
come back,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I was doing just before this. I was doing a grooming session at Bhawanipur with the students. So I just told them the same thing, that study, bunk, whatever, but come to college.
Exactly.
Because you're not going to get these days
Absolutely,
back.
absolutely.
And then you're going to miss it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because what happens in school, there's a sense of restriction that
Exactly,
is there. You're
exactly.
still under
Yes.
the guidance of teachers and your parents.
Yeah. So here, you must do the classes, but you know when to go out,
Absolutely.
when to come back,
Yes.
and
A little bit of pocket money increases.
yes.
So
And
you-
eating canteens, you don't carry tiffins from home. So
Yes,
that was
yes,
a
yes.
very interesting part.
And
for
then
me.
you maybe fall in love for the first time, or that serious kind of the
not
first
with
relationship.
today's kids, I'm
I
sure.
said-
No, they're too old for that.
What about you? Did you fall in love when you were in college?
I fell in love much before that.
While you were in school?
Yeah. Because, yeah, like flings and crushes happens, and we think those are love. Maybe वो था प्यार, पता नहीं.
Definition of प्यार तो कोई nobody can
Nobody can say.
you
Yeah,
have a
it's
different
just
and
a
I'll have a
feeling.
different
Exactly.
definition.
But if you say in college, no, with no one. No.
Oh, so 3 years you were with nobody.
No, like not in a. Like, I had lots of friends and like
No
nok
dates,
jok.
no seeings,
College
nothing.
wala.
College
No,
में.
no, no, no,
अच्छा.
no, no, no.
तो कॉलेज के स्कूल में था मतलब कॉलेज के पहले स्कूल में you had a boyfriend or
Yeah,
something?
like college maybe I had a boyfriend, but
But
not
not
from
from
the
college.
college.
Acha,
Yeah,
acha,
yeah, not
okay.
from the college.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then
No, I don't want my college days to be so boring without a boyfriend.
okay, point taken.
Yeah.
So then उसके बाद how was your relationship while you were in college?
So, just 2 days before, I shared a quote on my Instagram that I do not want to be 21 again because that was a very vulnerable age with all the emotions dancing and, at 31, I'm much chilled out and I have a lot of peace in my life, which I like. So, my suggestion for my 21-year-old would have been you don't need to be so hyper. You don't need to be so hyper in relationship all the times. Things happen, things stay, things don't stay. But I should have been much more calmer at that time. But I think that was a phase, that was a learning phase. But I don't want the relationship mistakes that I did to do again. I will not. I've just crossed that age.
क्या mistake किया?
I
अगर
was
एक
very hyper. Very hyper.
गुस्सा हो जाता
हाँ 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 बहुत ज्यादा गुस्सा हमेशा ही झगड़ा अभी
and then were you the one who ज़्यादा
yeah, yeah, absolutely. All the time I was shouting. Or I don't know, I was very hyper. But now I'm extremely calm. Like, now I understand, okay, this is going to happen.
So Devlina as a girlfriend and Devlina as a wife are two different people?
Oh yes,
completely?
absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely. I'm sure the guys I'm dated and they are friends. I share lovely relationship with
all of them?
Yeah, they're friends because there was never a fight or a hatred that happened. It didn't work, so we parted ways. Yeah, it was very amicable.
Right.
So yeah, and everybody's and they are friends with my husbands as well. I share a very good relationship with their wives or their girlfriends. So it has never been a problem that way. Yeah, but what was I saying?
I forgot my question, but इससे
I also
another
forgot.
question. कि I read somewhere very recently, or
Yeah.
maybe I saw some video where
Yeah.
this person was saying कि if you're friends with your ex, that perhaps means you were never quite in love.
I agree, which I cannot.
Because to see them
Yeah.
in a certain way.
Again, that is how you perceive love, maybe, you know. Because 21 mein love was something different.
Correct.
ठीक है. So I cannot say that was not love. But for me, standing where am I right now,
Yes.
maybe that was not love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At 21, that was love. At 21, maybe this would have been, oh my God, how can one be so chilled out?
Correct. Yes.
But at now, this is a happier space. Yeah.
So, बहुत सारे सवाल ठीक है पहला एक जो first आता है. So अभी now you're married, okay?
Yeah.
What is like the key to a mutually happy marriage?
Adjustment and understanding. You have to understand that the other person may not like doing all the stuff that you like.
Right.
And the same goes with me. So you have to give the other person space if you want space. And I love my space.
Okay.
So he may like a different kind of sport. I may like a different kind of sport. That need not be, mutual.
Correct.
So I should let him do his own stuff. I should have my own time. And at the end of the day, if you spend some quality time with each other, just having a coffee or making lunch, that works. You don't have to be with each other all the time. We don't even go to the same gym.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think gym, like working out, is a place where you need to be. That time should be for yourself.
It's very personal.
It's very personal. So we don't share the same gym, but it's a good thing and it's a happy thing for both of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you both are from the same industry.
Yeah.
He's an actor, you're an actor.
Yes.
So कभी उसको या तुमको कभी jealousy नहीं होता when you get male attention or he gets female attention? And I think होता होगा कहीं ना कहीं.
Not attention, like, because that he is supposed to have female attention,
Of course.
and the same
of course,
thing
of course.
goes with
without
me.
saying, yes.
And after, like, initially thoda hota hoga, but after dating him for 3 years and now married for 3 more
amazing.
years, I'm used to the whole thing. I know how he is. So if I know how my man is, it really shouldn't bother. Like, at the moment it doesn't, but if you ask me, if it never did, yes it did. Initially, because I didn't know the person that well, no. So tab thoda lagta hai ki, oh, how is he treating this? But then I realized that no, like, this is too much of a headache, so let me just not get into this.
So do you guys discuss work? Suppose you get an offer, do you like discuss with him?
Yeah, at times, because he has been in the industry for much longer period, and I really take some acting tips from him if required at times, because he's been in the television industry for about 10 or more years at the moment. So when I was initially, I didn't do television before. I just started doing last year, because I thought it's a good platform and to be more popular.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
people watch
Yes,
television or
yes.
series much
For a longer
more
period of time, yes, absolutely,
than
yes.
films. So I thought, why not try this? So that was the time I was taking few advices from him, because it differs a little on the medium that we are working, and since he has been a veteran in television, so yes, I did. But for him, I don't think he really needs any tips. But yeah, when he has a scheduling stuff, or he is not very sure if he wants to do a film or not, he asks for suggestions, which
So TV is known to be very hectic, in terms of work hours or the scheduling. So when he's doing a show and you're also perhaps doing a show, how difficult is it to have that me time?
Yeah, so that's what maybe. I have, when I did also my first show, I always did the negative lead, because the positive lead requires a lot number of days. Should be more. Yeah. So, and because I teach in a college and I have a different, completely different stuff to do, I cannot be engaged 6 days a week only shooting for that serial. So
long hours.
Yeah. Long hours. Nowadays it's only 14 hours a day.
Only 14?
Like 12
ये
to
भी
14.
बहुत है यार. मतलब
I like working
पहले
actually.
से comparatively बहुत कम है. पहले तो non-stop होता था.
What I've heard from him कि 24 hours, 26 hours, those were unimaginable. But 12 to 14 hours I can manage. An office goer also manages 12 hours of work, no? Yeah. So, okay, fine. But for me, I should only be working for a television series thrice or maybe 4 times a week at max. So, and somehow I think I'm very good in scheduling stuff. So, I tried to manage our time as well, maybe half an hour at night, or maybe morning coffee together. So yeah, वो manage हो जाता है. If you want, I think the time gets
Exactly. It all
managed.
depends on
What you want. Yeah.
When there's a will, there's always a way.
Yeah.
So, do you think there's a eye or a pressure on you to maybe conduct yourself in a certain way? Because people, like the people from the outside, they claim that you're the daughter-in-law of Uttam Kumar's family. तो कभी वो pressure आता है?
हाँ, वो रहता है. In my case, it's double-sided, two-sided. I'm a politician's daughter.
Yes,
and I'm a daughter-in-law of the legend. So, एक तो होता है कि whenever I'm expressing views, or maybe not expressing views, also wearing a certain kind of clothes, there are views, there are eyes looking out to comment negatively.
And who may have absolutely no role in your life.
Absolutely no role. Absolutely not. People who have even the slightest importance in my life can comment. But since we are a public figure, we cannot completely deny, but we can overlook. So these days, and this this trend of trolling or the negative comment, the whole thing started post COVID. People got really into this online thing so much because you don't get newspapers in your houses daily these days. You know, it's everything on the
It's
on
gone
this
down. Yeah, yeah,
and this and the media headlines. You know, what are the media headlines?
clickbait. Completely clickbait.
Completely.
Yes.
So you can't just accuse people of trolling, even though the newspapers are publishing such headlines. If they are using it, you can't expect audiences to say very nice things about you all the time, because that's how we are being phrased in the media. So, yes, that's there, but it's again, what I will say is just overlook it. Not always, maybe, because we are humans.
So do you get bogged down
Yeah,
sometimes?
I get emotional at times. I think, what am I doing wrong? Why is this person constantly, talking negative about me? Because you get to see, there's someone who's repeatedly
Correct, correct.
commenting
आ जाता है.
wrong
Yes,
things
yes,
about you.
yes,
You get
yes.
to see
Yes,
all
yes.
those.
एकदम.
Maybe one thing is that they try and get your attention. That's one thing. Other things, I think maybe they think we're more privileged. So uh, we should be, you know,
Pinned down or something like
yeah.
that. That's sad.
Yeah, so that's sad, but also because when you have online presence so much, when there is a such huge impact of social media, this is bound to happen.
So
You
how?
have to accept it.
So, in regards to social media, so do
Yeah.
you use social media professionally too in terms of earning money, or like do you stay away from that zone?
I stay away because I wanted to make workout vlogs, because vlogs are
Acha.
so
In right
popular
now, yes,
these
yes,
days.
ekdam.
People try and film their everyday lives. I've realized I'm a very private person. I cannot show everything, so
Right.
better be real.
Right.
So if I cannot show everything, then let me not show it.
Okay.
And I tried making workout videos, but I could never really make it into a vlog form, because I've realized I'm not that kind of a person.
Right.
If you ask me, I can suggest you, I can give you ideas, but just for the sake of viewership, or the thing that happens with trending reels, dancing to trending reels, I tried doing it, but then also I realized I'm not very good at it. So no, I don't use it for
So you manage social
monetization.
media as if it's your own
Yeah,
personal
yeah. So
diary and or something.
yeah, just post pictures like a normal girl would do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I try and post stuff like that. I post really very normal, random pictures, not very thought about, not very thought about captions. My pictures are not mostly clicked by professional photographers.
और वो दिखता है. Your feed actually looks very
Yeah,
real and natural.
I've kept it very this thing that not always the light is falling on me and I'm
Ah.
looking all very, no, that hasn't happened. So I am generally a very on the face person, and I try to keep my social media like that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been told by a director or producer that maybe this role has this kind of morals or something which is not like you in real life?
Morals.
Yes. So the character may have gray shades or
Mhm.
negative shades.
Yeah. So,
maybe you don't identify completely with that
no,
character.
which is a very interesting question from your side. The first television series that I did, in fact, the first two, I've done only two till date. I prefer playing the negative lead, and I ask for the negative lead because, one, it has a lot of lot of how do I say this? As an actor, it gives me a lot more opportunity to explore.
Yeah, tones and undertones,
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah,
And
mannerism.
B, I've realized I can never do those things in my real life. I cannot hit a person. I've never hit a person in real life, but in front of the camera, if I'm doing a negative thing, I can do that.
Okay.
I've never kicked a person in my real life, but in television, I've done it. And my mom has called me and said, "Why do you do that?" And I said, "Mom, it's a TV show. I'm not that for real." But I actually love doing a negative role more than a positive one.
So it's basically completely anti what Devlina is,
Completely,
but
yeah. And maybe shouting and maybe rolling my eyes. So I love doing those roles.
What was your first ever paycheck?
It was 2000. I remember I did a dance show for a teacher of mine. I guess I was 17 or 18, and she had asked me to perform for her musical concert. I had to dance or something. I danced and I got 2000.
And what did you do with that? Do you remember?
No, maybe I must have kept in the piggy bank.
Okay.
Or maybe bought lipstick with it.
So, what are the challenges that you face on an everyday basis as an actor?
This is a very small, close-knit industry.
Right. Especially
Right.
this Bengali film industry.
Especially this.
Bengali film and TV industry.
Yes. So audition really doesn't happen here, though I want to really give for auditions and then be rejected.
Acha.
Yeah, because I'm not a very PR kind of a person. Like I can't tell you 10 times that please think about me. But in this industry where every day 100 actors are coming for work and many people are better than you, I consider actually like there's a lot for me to learn. So there are many people around me who are much better than me. Uh, Standing there, I think I should have been more approaching.
Acha.
I should have approached people, and I still think, but I cannot approach people a little more that I want to do work because people think because the family I come from, I don't need money. But money is not the thing. You need to, I need to do good work for myself.
Right.
It's not always for the money.
Right.
I love acting. I love facing the camera, and I want to do it more often. But I have a problem of not reaching out to houses. Maybe, yeah.
So, as you said, our industry, this industry might not have a lot to offer to everybody that is there.
Yes.
The magnitude
Yeah.
is less in comparison to the other industries. So have you ever thought that you want to maybe shift bases or maybe not shift bases, but just go there, explore, come back?
So even in my college or after that, my parents always suggested if I wanted to go outside abroad and study or do stuff. I never wanted to. I love the city. I love my family. I'm a very, very family person. Since I'm a single child also, I could never imagine leaving my parents. And now when I'm married, I have a family. I never think of shifting bases. That's not on the cards. But yes, these days auditions for like national work, a few of the auditions are happening here. So if it comes to my knowledge, I try and give it audition. But it's not so easy. It's a nationwide work. So I think I will keep trying until it happens. Maybe.
So what is your maybe from the films or work that has been made across the world, across India, what is your dream role which you saw and you thought that ye karne se
So,
maza aa jata?
I'm a very, very Bollywood buff and a filmy 90s wala Bollywood because that was the time we were growing up, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, those chiffon saris and dancing around the trees on the Alps, like very typically Yash Raj films, Yash Raj heroines. So that is what I guess intrigued me to be an actor. And later on, I realized, and I'm realizing this every day, that I cannot romance very well on the screen.
Okay.
So I can, you know, convey pathos, sadness, grief, anger much better than love on screen. So, what I thought, and I still want to do, typically very commercial films are actually not for me. But I really want to be a commercial film heroine.
So are you a romantic person in general? Again, इसका definition क्या होगा वो सबका अलग अलग
Like
होता
the
है, but
gestures I like a candlelight dinner, a long drive,
So who plans it?
roses. I have to tell my husband, you plan this. Remember, something is coming. then he will plan because I need to be happy, no? But yeah, he has learned how I like it, so he also plans. But I am a more kind of a planner.
As you
I
are the
guess,
planner in the
yeah. I
relationship,
think
right?
girls are.
Really?
No,
No,
not
they
for you.
are, but I think it totally depends
How the equation
person to
works.
person. I think, yeah. I
So
think
I
if you
like planning. I like planning my whole day also. I like planning stuff also. So yeah.
okay, so are you a very organized person in general?
Like scheduling work and this stuff.
So is your wardrobe also very
No,
organized?
that's what I was going to say. That my day looks very organized, but not my wardrobe. I'm a very messy person that way. In that case, my husband is completely organized, very tidy, very spick and span. So that's what I'm learning from him these days.
What is the craziest thing you have done till date in 3 years of your married life
Oh, with him.
with him or you two together?
Uh, he's a very we both are actually not very very adventurous
Adventurous.
kind of a person, but yes, we did scuba diving in Thailand last year. That was quite out of the block for us because we are that kind of a couple who goes to sleep at 10:30 even in Vegas. So that's what something crazy we have done. We have gone to sleep at 10:30 at night in Las Vegas. So that is really crazy,
That
no?
that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
that
that
is
is that is
crazy.
definitely crazy. So that means you guys are more of travelers and not tourists.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So when I'm on my own, I travel a lot on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, I mostly travel a lot because of work also and show. So I have to travel a lot on my own. So then I become a tourist kind of a thing.
Acha,
I have to see this, I have to see this.
every
Yeah,
jagah
yeah.
karna hai, हाँ.
With him, he's a more relaxed
Laid back
person
and
and he just wants to be whatever I plan, he is fine with it. So with him, it's a more
or he has to be
travel.
fine.
Yeah, whatever. How you want to put it. But yes, with him, it's a more travel kind of thing. Yeah.
So you love traveling from what I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
observed. I'm sure you
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
So what is your dream destination which you have not traveled as of
Which I've
now?
not traveled.
Or have you done that already?
No, no, no. I like see New York is the place to be if I'm not in Kolkata. I just love whenever I reach airport, I think maybe I can take a flight and go to NYC. I think the vibe really matches me. So I try and make it a point to get at least one show a year in the US so that I can visit New York.
Right.
But apart from that, so that was one thing which it's done already for quite a lot of time now. But Greece and Greece is somewhere I want to go.
So
Santorini.
that's in your
That
bucket
that's
list.
on the bucket list, which I have. Turkey also. Yeah.
Do you have friends from the industry?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Like genuine friends?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, ये कैसे हो गया?
Yeah. I was doing this television show called Shahib Chithi.
Hmm.
So the lead heroine, Deb Chandrima, she's really young. She's 6 years younger to me.
Okay.
And all my students, which I have, they are like of the same age. So I treat all of them the same way.
Right.
So I could never see her as the other lead.
Okay.
So
okay.
I that's a problem with me. I try and babysit people who are younger to me.
Okay.
So then I've realized that, and she has turned out to be a really amazing friend. So yeah, she's really close. She's like a sister. Other than that,
No, I think which is amazing because in this industry, it's very difficult to make a friend. Or maybe in any industry. Once
Yeah.
you're out of college or when
Yeah.
you're done with your masters, then when you're in the work environment, it's very rare that we can make a genuine friend.
Yeah,
Whether it
I'm
be
very
corporate,
yeah.
चाहे वो medicine हो या law, कोई भी field हो. Those
Thankfully, when I started off, also I got good seniors like Konenika Banerjee. She's pretty, she's a what to say. She's a legend in her own ways. She's a veteran, but the way she treated me, I always felt like a young sister to her, and that competition kind of a thing never happened. We have worked with each other for two or more films. After that, like she was a senior where she treated me really nice. And while I was doing this show, Dev Chandrima, she's like a younger sister. I can never think her as a industry person. No.
So then it's that close, right?
Yeah, it's that close. And we used to sleep on the same bed. It's very close. We travel together. Whatever very close parties that I have with, I'm very close to my students, very close to my students. There's a few senior students whom I've been teaching for the last maybe 15 years.
Right.
So Dev Chandrama is a part of that group now. And even from the same serial, one more girl, Owensvilla, she's also pretty close to me. So these two people, I really admire and love them. Yeah.
So have you ever had any, awkward moment when you're out on the roads or when you're out in the streets that a fan has come up to you and said,
No, but that's a nice thing, no? That's what
That's
we
a beautiful
work.
thing,
That's
yeah.
what we work for, and maybe people say they try and avoid the crowd, but I'll be more sad if people didn't recognize me because that's why I'm working. That's why I'm on in this industry.
Correct.
So I feel very nice when people come
you
up.
never
and,
felt awkward or you
No,
never
no.
felt irritated or
No, no,
something?
no,
Never.
no, no, no.
Nil.
Yeah, when people is like after 10 pictures, if they want some more pictures in this angle, that becomes a little taxing.
Correct.
But
But वो
otherwise,
किसी को भी लग सकता है.
हाँ, हाँ.
Just because you're an actor, so
Exactly.
लोग शायद बोलेंगे
हाँ कि
लक्षणी
scattered,
है
हाँ,
वगैरह
हाँ,
whatever,
हाँ.
but वो
किसी
भी
को
आज
भी हो
लगेगा
सकता है,
कि-
हाँ.
so, yeah.
But otherwise, no, I genuinely like when people come up. Like genuinely.
That's super, yeah. So everybody who's watching this, I think the next time you see her, definitely go
I'm
and say
sure
hi
if
to her.
people like who have already come across me and have asked for pictures or whatever, interacted with me, whom I didn't know, like if I can call them fan or followers, I'm sure they will say I've never been rude or anything. I've generally tried to be nice, and that is the way I am. It's not a pretentious kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. So, if you have to, for anybody who's starting out in the industry, if you have to, tell them maybe just one thing,
Uh,
what would that be?
there are going to be highs and lows. You have to deal with your highs. Of course, that's a good thing, but you need to deal with your lows even better than that because those are the days where you really have to show up. And it's a regular process, you have to give your 100% every day. Maybe after 3 years you'll get 5% return, and if you're getting 200% return on the first day, then no, it's not going to last very long. Yeah.
So sustainability is the key.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And what is your hidden talent, if you have anything? बाकी तो सब भर भर के है.
नहीं, hidden talent. I can really do good counseling because I've
Really?
dealt with kids. Like I still deal with kids, teenagers, young adults because I teach.
Yes.
So I've realized, and I think that I do good counseling. I had psychology as my class 12 subject, but keeping that aside, I think when I talk to people or people ask for suggestions, young people, I think I give them good suggestions.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Devlina,
Thank you.
for coming over and
It was a complete pleasure.
and having such a wonderful, candid conversation. मुझे तो बहुत मजा आया. I hope आपको भी मजा
Yes, I love the questions and the way you were, framing the questions and being such a nice listener. Who doesn't want a good listener? So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And
Thank you.
कुछ बहुत अच्छी चीज सुनने को मिले. So
Thank
I'll
you.
keep that in mind.
Thank
and,
you.
All the best to you, and I'll see you soon. And thank
Yeah,
you so much,
hopefully.
guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.